Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? I'm Bill Carrington. On this video right here, what we're going to do is discuss paperwork. Starting out, when you come in to sit down and apply for a job with us, we're going to need you to fill out an application, most definitely. And you put down your references on and all. And if you have a resume, that would be awesome. And then a cover letter, that would be great too. Also, we will do a background check on you, because you're going to be carrying all sorts of merchandise with you. We want to make sure that through the background check, because you're going to be around women and around children, we've got to make sure everything checks out okay. You're also going to be carrying employees with you, so we need to know a little bit about your work, about your history and your vehicle history, so we're going to need to run a background check as far as checking in on that. That's just normal procedures for a lot of companies, and like I say, it's just one of the rules of the company will be checking, doing background checks. Next thing is, like, if whatever merchandise that there is, or whatever you're doing as far as a salesperson, in the mornings, you want to always go and check out your merchandise, check with someone in the warehouse, and write down all the information, make sure your product codes, your barcodes, make sure they match the paperwork, make sure everything coincides, nothing different. If there is, if something is not the same, or a number's not the same, or maybe it's even called something different, get with a member of management and go over that so where that can be corrected. Because if you leave and there's something on the manifest says that you carried something with you and you actually didn't, and you come back in the afternoon, you go check back in, and you're saying, hey, I didn't have that, but the manifest says you did, well then you're responsible for that. You have to cover that cost. So remember, you're not in, I don't need you coming to work and not paying attention from the very beginning. I need you to watch everything. Because I'm not out to screw you, we're out to, because you're going to be part of the company, you're going to be growing with the company's going to grow because of you. We want you to make sure you watch everything. Watch everything that you're doing. You track everything like we're going to track everything. You know, I'm going to know the miles on all the routes, because they're going to be in the war room, when I call the war room, HQ, headquarters, or whatever you want to call it, wherever you're at. I'll have the maps, like I say, there'll be TVs on, knowing that all the channels where I know what's going on the news channels. And also, you'll need to be calling in. But also, you need to write down your mileage. I want to see your mileage in the morning on your manifest. Write down your mileage, starting mileage, and your ending mileage. I want to see plus how much fuel, what you're getting fuel-wise. Because if you have a vehicle and you're just going through the fuel like crazy, well then this is really going to maybe not benefit you, because you're going to have to really work so much harder in sales and hustling sales in order to just to pay for your fuel. So what I'm saying is, with the way things are, we're even though we're starting to come back, the U.S. and the world, but I want you watching everything. Because everything you watch, and I train you to watch and go with you and show you, is only going to benefit you and benefit others, because you'll take that training, and as you grow, you'll start to use that training to help others. So, like I say, as you go through, I want you to give me your mileage. I want to know how much fuel it took you that day. We'll see what kind of mileage you're getting per gallon, and then, like I say, it's only going to help you. That way I'll kind of have something that I can go by to tell the next person I send on that route. Well, this is what it kind of costs to run that route in this vehicle. And this is, like I say, and then you can also check and see what kind of mileage you get on your tires. Remember when I was telling you about we're going to try to keep up with maintenance. You keep your tires aired up at whatever it says on the tires, where I'm going to try to hope that we got an air tank or an air chuck or something, somewhere where we can keep up with the air in the tires, because all that's going to do is help you on gas, help you on that. Also, you need the maintenance on your vehicles, on your personal vehicles. You'll need to watch that. You need to have your oil changed regularly, your tires rotated, because the more you do to your vehicle, the greater it's going to be for you as it produces to carry you and your goods wherever you may go. Now, and it'll be the same with company vehicles, what company vehicles they are. We have to watch them, everybody. If there is a company vehicle, I'm going to be on top of you. You're going to have to watch it, but I'm also going to help you with your own personal vehicles as far as showing you things, and I know they can help save you money as you travel and go through and do stuff. Now, let's see here. One more thing, or several more things, but like I say, when you come in the afternoons, you as you check back in, whatever merchandise you did not sell, and you'll have your manifest, and we'll go over it. We'll check in the merchandise you're bringing back. We'll check it back in. Plus, we're also going to we'll go ahead and once you get checked in, then we'll sit down and settle up with you. Usually, what I always try to get the companies to do that I'm with is hold you back a week and let you and then get your paycheck. That way, I don't know why you'd ever quit, but just in case you ever did quit, you still have a week's paycheck coming. Now, a lot of companies like to go 2 weeks out. And what that does, all they're doing, they're just seeing how good you can manage at home, manage your money at home, and how far you can stretch it. Because that's a key to becoming and growing in management. You learn to manage your money at home. You learn then how to also manage money in a company. Because that responsibility may be on you someday. You may be the one that's giving the speech to someone. You may be the one training the new guys. You may be the one in charge of the payroll. Like you say, but whatever steps you take to better yourself, it's only going to better the company. So, like I say, if you go through that, remember what I'm saying. If you have any damaged goods or anything, there'll also be a piece of paperwork that you'll fill out that you're responsible for any losses or stuff. If it's something that's stolen out of your vehicle while you're gone, that's not the company's responsibility. The company's entitled to be paid for, compensated for what materials were lost, items, products. So you'll need to also be, and most companies will work with you, put you on a payment plan if need be, to where you can pay back the products. Let's see here. As far as if something is, if you got a return coming back, and like say, I want you to stand up to the product and uphold the products. If there's something wrong with the product, make sure it gets back to headquarters. Make sure that, if a person, so-and-so, this product messed up, and, I'm upset with you guys on about, well, we take care of that for you. We will. If that product's not holding up the way it's supposed to be from what the manufacturer says it is, then bring that product back in. And we'll reimburse them or send them another product out. What I like to do is just not reimburse money-wise, but give another product of the same value and see if we can work out that deal. If not, if it comes down to it, then yes, by all means, reimburse. Because the customer, we want that customer coming back. We want that customer always believing in us and what we're carrying. We don't want that customer out going around in that area that they're in and downing us for our products. And we may have some people who carry similar products that we may cross paths, then there may be a conflict, but like I say, as long as we stand on our name, then we should be able to shine where others may fall. Because good rapport with the customers is what I've always stood for. Remember, you always want to treat the customer better than what you want to treat yourself or any of your family members. Better. Treat a customer better than they're a customer for life. Now, like I say, if you're going to be, we're going to, on vacations and stuff, we'll have to sit down and consider, like if you want to put money back for a vacation, that's great. It just depends. I'll have to check and see. Each business owner and each company have something different. Some may have vacation pay. I don't know what this company's going to have when I'm setting these up for, but it's going to be based on whatever the company wants that you're with. If they give a vacation and you're entitled to it, usually it'll be what you would earn off a week's pay. So you just kind of look at what your pay is. Usually that's why you'll work a year before you get a vacation, and they kind of look to see what you're running per week. Just when you first start out, it may not be as great as it is as you get to learning it and getting out there. So your first year's pay may not be as good as maybe 5 years down the road when you're really rocking and rolling. So, you know, you just want to look at it, check it out. There may be, in some companies, if you call in sick, you know, your job's still there. With some sales positions that you get to where you're just repeat, no show, and, you know, for one reason or the other, well then, yes, we're going to probably have to go ahead and work you out of the system, because we're going to have to keep everybody else on track. If you're having problems at home, something's happening, then yes, we'll have to work you out, and I hate that. But you can always, you're entitled to come back. We always say that door is always open. You'll be the one to close it. So remember about your paperwork. Go over it. I want you to make sure on your briefcase that the stuff you carry, you know, be the contracts in there for businesses, because you'll be wanting to set up we'll have business routes set up to where you'll be going business to business, and as you go business to business, you're going to have to probably sit down with a manager or owner or a CEO or someone there to get them to sign off, so where you can come in and speak with their employees, show their employees. Same way with churches, church groups, schools. You'll have to have contracts set up with them, you know, where you'll go in and you'll sit down and where you can present what you're carrying to their staff or to the students. You know, there's so much out there, so many clients out there waiting to get whatever it is that you're selling, and this goes to almost any company. If you can remember your customer base, unless you're just selling something that has to be, you know, for one certain client or something, then, you know, that may be a little different. But most products, if you're selling products, or if you're just starting a business and come out with a new product, look at your product, look at your customer base. Most of your customer base is going to be just like I spoke about through all through here. They're going to be almost everybody that walks the planet, unless you've got a special item that goes to a certain piece of equipment, or maybe you know, something that the doctor has to have. Well, then you start to break that and you find your customer base. But there's enough people out here now in the world that everyone can really profit and make great money in sales. If you'll only put, you know, like I say, it's a numbers game. You got to keep putting people in front of you, and like I say, don't dwell on those. Well, why didn't they? They did. Why didn't they? Don't worry about those whys. Those whys don't mean nothing. What matters is the closing that deal. You may have to put 300 people in front of you a day. You know, you may have to go to 300 people to get one sale. But at least you got to do one sale. I'm just hoping that maybe it'll be better than that. But it could happen. You know, if it does, then we're going to sit down and regroup. I've got to retrain you again. And I don't really like to say I'm training anybody. I just kind of tweak you along the way. Because mostly, like I've said before, you've already been through sales and you've been selling yourself. So, like I say, as you go through this, mostly it's just about having fun. It's about work. It is a lot of work effort to it. You've got to get focused. You've got to stay focused. You've got to get out there and find your customers. And what I would do, what I try to do, I try to keep up with my customer base. You know, I always try to keep up with names, numbers. You know, so if I'm in the area, hey, I may give you a call. Hey, can you get some of your friends together? I'm going to come back in that area again. Get some of your friends together. I'm going to come back through there. Some great products I want to show them. You know, so, and a lot of times people will do that. They'll call their friend, hey, you know, hey, Billy's coming by. He's bringing some great stuff. So, you know, you want to keep a booklet. Keep your little black folder. In that little folder, you want to have one little section on your goals, what your goals are going to be. One section on how your routes are running, how do you get on this route and on that route, and one thing about what kind of products you carry, plus one about your customers, you know, your customer's name, connections you have. Because you may go into a plant that has 300 employees. That might be your customer base, so you'll be calling, we'll be back in the area. Great, can't wait for you to get here, you know. Because, you know, each time you go in, and a lot of my customer base got to where they didn't really need the products, but they needed was that coming and just having that excitement, and they were willing to buy. Because just like I told them, you buy for not only for yourself, but buy for a gift for somebody at church. There's always somebody that's got a birthday at church. Somebody in school, when you're either your children's or your grandchildren, somebody at school is going to need a product. You know, somebody you know, a teacher, you know, or another student. So these products can be sold throughout. I mean, it's nonstop. It works. You know, where your wife works, where some of your family members work. Find out how many people's there. You know, these are all leads that you're going to have. You start writing these things down, these names, these numbers, and get used to going in there. Present yourself. Remember, everybody's your friend. Everybody. You walk as royalty. You know, I mean it. Hope you get up high, carry your stuff. Walk, chest up, let's go. You know, remember what I said, you walk, you wave, you shake your hand, open the door. Respect those who have fought for your country. Respect those who are in law enforcement. Respect the firefighters, those who first responders to a disaster. Respect these individuals and what they do. Show them, hey, you know, then they say, well, what do you do? Well, I'm a professional salesperson now. You know, I'm a professional salesman. You are a professional. That's what I'm training you to be, a professional. In the same way with anybody out there that's starting a business right now, you have got to be a professional in what you're going to be doing. You've got to start grooming yourself. You know, don't kick off to the side. Remember, you're not opening the door just to have a good time. You're opening the door to make money. When you go to make money, then you need to get serious about it. You know, it's like I say, a lot of people may not like my style, but I can live with that. There's a lot of people out there that like that stuff because they believe in it just like I believe. I was taught young and went up through. I know you take on the responsibility.